Speaker. This is about medical technology industry and a manufacturing success story. One of the last expanding manufacturing enterprises in the United States. While the U.S. is the current worldwide leader in medical technology innovation, that leadership is being threatened. I'm speaking to you today about medical device tax. This industry has a huge presence in Utah, and this unfair tax would have a negative effect on my district and the country as a whole. In Utah, this industry has created more than 10,300 jobs and contributes over $5 billion to the state's economy. Recently, we in Congress have been focused on reducing taxes to make the United States a more attractive place to do business, but the medical technology industry would get a significant tax increase. Even with the recent tax changes, industry gains would be neutralized by this tax. Under the 2.3% excise tax, medical device manufacturers would be required to pay the IRS an estimated average of $194 million per month in medical device tax payments. In Utah, BD's total impact of the device tax is about $90 million in an annualized basis. For Edward Life Sciences, this would be a $30 million expense. In a competitive global economy, this tax threatens the industry that directly employs 400,000 Americans and generates $25 billion in payroll and invests nearly $10 billion in research and development annually. American companies represents 38% of the global market, and this suspended tax looms over our nation's ability to innovate and to stay competitive. As companies look to make cuts to offset the tax, research and development is often the first one to go. This trade-off undermines the future of the industry and puts discovery of new breakthrough medical technologies at risk. In other words, it's putting the livelihoods of people and their health at risk. According to the figures from the U.S. Department of Commerce, the United States medical technology industry lost nearly 29,000 jobs while the medical device tax was in effect. When the medical device tax was suspended, most medical device companies reinvested most of their savings into their innovative strategies and improving their United States facilities. But long-term investment have been postponed because of the threat that it might come back. Mr. Speaker, it's been said that by repealing the medical device tax that we're going to be taking money out of Medicare. That is absolutely ridiculous. As a matter of fact, there was a $700 billion cut to Medicare to pay for the Affordable Care Act.
The gentlelady's time has expired.
Yield additional minute to the gentlelady.
The gentlelady is recognized for an additional minute.
Utah's Merit Medical was planning on spending $1.5 million for salary increases and 401k benefits for hourly workers, but they can't unless this tax is repealed. Merit Medical is also planning a $60 million R&D facility, but is now on hold because of the tax. In Utah, with the last suspension, BD increased R&D spending from 6% to 6.5% in sales. If does not get repealed, the industry is forced to start making payments. Investments will be the trade-off. Innovation will be stifled. This means less jobs for Americans, less competitive America, and the medical device industry, and potentially an increase in the medical costs for our constituents so that this industry can pay for the tax. It's time to make sure that we put money back into the hands of Americans, American businesses, and out of the hands of government.